Good. Hey, we're live. Everything good? Yeah, it looks okay. How are you all doing today? And everything good. So let's see what's going on. I'm just messing around right now with YouTube. Let's see. It ain't doing nothing. Okay. So edit. I can do edit. No. Uh, hey, we're still streaming. Okay, cool. I was playing with some settings. I didn't know I could do all that stuff. So I learned something new. Apparently, there's an edit button. And YouTube. I think we're still live. It says we're still live. Okay. Apparently it works. Anyway, how you doing today? This is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, and I'm Greg, Mester Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And for today, we're going to talk about. I was reading an article by Stacey Ackerman, and she was talking about how it's part of the Agile Mentors group. She's talking about, is a company culturally ready for transformation? And I'd like to talk about doing Agile Corp Style, right? I've been to a couple corporations, few Agile transformations, and just give you a couple of examples from just recently and some thoughts I have that. So, this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, 567th episode. It's a Saturday. It's not 5 a.m. I was up at 5 a.m. because I had good news. One of my Scrum Masters I was coaching just got offered a job, so hopefully everything will work out. We'll find out in 2 weeks when he starts. So I had to celebrate that at 5 a.m. in the morning. So I've been up because I wouldn't have got that. So we were chatting, did a couple Zoom calls already, walked the dog, did some TikTok videos, ran around, read some articles, all that stuff. And it's not even 7 o'clock a.m. yet today. So I'm giving myself credit. Just it didn't start the show at 5 o'clock. But we talk about bringing value to the customer, right? And doing it in a way that doesn't waste a lot of time. So you get home to family and friends and do all the things like I just did this morning. So why do I say doing Agile corporate style? And what did that have to do with, are they culturally ready for transformation like Stacey Ackerman was talking about? And my thought is, mechanically, any framework or methodology is not very difficult to master mechanically. I can teach someone the Scrum and the ceremonies and all pretty quickly, and there's no reason why anybody can't be doing the ceremonies very quickly. Whether or not they understand why the ceremonies and why the events are there and why roles are the way they are is another story. And that's where I talk about, are they ready for the transformation? Are they culturally ready for the transformation? Corporate style, what I've seen, and I've seen these giant consulting companies. I work for them. Would I work for them? I guess so, yeah, because I would just coach the way I coach. But I've seen other ones in an interview with people a while back that asked me, well, what kind of tools would you sell, quote, sell to the client? I'm like, what do you mean tools, sell to client? The tools. We need to sell them tools. It's how we make money. You need this tool, you need that tool in order to be agile. No. So it's kind of interesting. If that's the first word coming out of a consultant, but they'll mask it a little bit. Trust me, they're really good at selling stuff. They'll mask it. Well, we do this, and then we'll sell you this tool, and we'll just keep selling you more. But it does take a lot of effort to do transformation for a large corporation. But let me give you a story. So I heard this the other day. I heard this a while back. And so Scrum Master was telling me a story, one of our sessions, because I always coach my Scrum Masters and do one-on-one sessions. We just chat sometimes of what good, bad, frustration, what's working. Across Scrum Master, I had this thing. So Scrum Master said to the IT tech person, we all work in tech, which is amazing. He says, I would like to get a planning poker program for my team. So when they're doing sprint planning and estimation, they can use planning poker. The response from the service desk person in charge of installing software or the tools for doing Agile, we don't have a tool for that. We use story points. So you can use story points instead of planning poker. We both looked at each other. Did he really say that? Did the person who you're talking to really say use story points? They don't understand that we use planning poker to establish the story points. So there's a lot of companies out there, when I say corporate style, they figure they're going to buy all these tools because they got so much cash. They don't know what they're doing. They're just going to make change. They go buy these tools, but they have no idea what it is. Or they go say, oh, let's do Agile, but they have no idea what Agile is about. They just say, we'll do it. And I'm like, well, Agile is about changing. And in her article, talks about transforming the way you think and the way you act and the mindset, as well as buying the tools, right? Yeah, and I worry about these companies. Well, we'll buy all these tools, and we'll buy Jira, we'll buy Azure, we'll buy some Jenkins and Maven and all this stuff, and we'll get the CI/CD, and we'll buy the tool that handles all our CI/CD process, and then we'll be Agile. Like, well, no, you won't, because you can do all that stuff and mask the problems you got now, right? You can take all that stuff and just put lipstick on a PIG and have it look like Agile. Because I've many places I've been to, yeah, they do the ceremony. Well, I don't know if they do all the ceremonies because they sure don't do retrospectives, but they do all the ceremonies. They think they do a daily scrum. We do a daily scrum, so we're Agile. Well, no, you're not. Well, we have stories, yeah, but it takes you 3 months to get your real story done and into production. Is that Agile? I would say no, right? Well, we have stories. We have a analysis story. We have a design story. We have a coding story. We have a testing story. We have an integration story, and we have a deployment story. That's just waterfall, right? That's waterfall called out and story format, right? So be careful what you think is really Agile and what I would call corporate style Agile. We put the names on to make everybody happy. We check a box to make everybody happy. One of my things I have with PMPs who don't understand what project management really is about, and that's what gives PMP and project managers a bad notion. Because auditors are bad. There's Agile accountants come out of the woodwork who don't have a clue why we ask the question, right? They just say, check the box. Do you know why? No, just check the box. The box doesn't reply to what I do or what we're doing here. But why don't you check the box? But it doesn't have anything to do with what we want to do here. I've had a lot of cases like that in my life. Back in the day when I was PMP project manager too. Same here in Agile. Oh, we're going to do this Agile. You got to track the number of hours. Why do we got to track hours? What are you going to use the hours for? Well, we got to make sure people are working. They're in the office. Okay. They're coding stuff. Why do we need to know how many hours they work on it? We'll make it more efficient. Yeah, but you're still doing report out meetings and doing Agile ceremonies. You don't need to do both. You do one or the other, right? Preferably you do the Agile ceremonies and not the report out meetings, right? We want to do a report out every 2 weeks. Well, why? Your sprint's a month long. Well, we're going to do it every 2 weeks. Then make your damn sprint 2 weeks long. Because otherwise you're going to report out and someone's going to make up the stuff as they go. You have nothing done to report that it's done because your sprint is a month long. See how it works with the corporate style? We still want to do the reports. We want to have an update and all. But then why don't you make your system correspond to the frequency that you want updates? Change the size of the stories. Change the size of the work. So that it fits in your update. If you can't stand waiting a month to get an update on how a project is going, then you shouldn't have month-long sprints. So corporate style, right? Corporate style. I got a sprint. I do a review. I have a backlog, kind of, maybe. I've been to places that have supposedly been doing Scrum and Agile, the last place I went, for 2 years before I got there. And then 2 years afterwards, they were still tracking stuff in email, still tracking dependencies in emails, right? I'm like, what are you doing? And then they wonder why they lose track of a dependency, because it's in an email. Someone lost the email. Oh, I love Agile transformation. Though it is fun. When they really want to do it, it's a blast, I have to say. But are you doing that, or are you doing it corporate style, right? And then, like Stacey Ackerman asked, is your company culturally ready for the transformation? There's a lot of people out there ready culturally to do transformation. It's an interesting battle, right? So the question, are you ready to do it? And do you really understand what the hell it means? That was my first bit, where it was like, well, we don't do planning poker, we do story points. Is your culture, is your corporation trained in what Agile is? And if you're doing it, is everyone understanding what Agile is, right? Do they need to be? Probably. If you're in an IT department and your IT department is going to go Agile, then everyone in the IT department should understand the basics of Agile, or basics of concepts and what you want to implement, what's related to one framework versus another. Because also remember, frameworks are not Agile. That's not Agile. It's a framework. And there's different frameworks, and each one does it a little bit differently. Agile mindset is something different. Agile mindset feeds those Agile frameworks, or those Agile frameworks feed the Agile mindset, vice versa. So it was a high, lofty thing. Just be careful out there when you do your transformations. It's a Saturday. I got up early, celebrating new jobs, new opportunities for people, and new outlooks in life. Saw my first robin today, recorded on TikTok. I'm a little goofy. All right. I wish everybody a pleasant day. Keep an eye out for those Agile accountants that just buy software. Oh, we have Jira now, so now we're Agile. Well, no, we do sprint. We have sprints. Yeah, but you're 6 weeks long. But that's not very agile and adaptable to the situation, is it? You got to think about it. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a great day. Happy Saturday. Ring the little bell if you want to keep tabs when we go live. And enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. And congratulations to all those who have found new jobs. And if you have any questions, feel free to check in with me if you get questions in a new job, experiencing this. I do have an opportunity for 5 more coaching opportunities for people out there. If people need some help, especially new Scrum Masters, give me a call. Let me know. Send me a note. And happy Scrumming. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.